Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting session of Candid Meena. And today we'll be discussing about a very, shocking story, and that is, with regards to SRK and what exactly is that development. We'll be, talking about that in detail in this session, and also about something about Modi's Vantara visit and all its implications and more news we have in this session. So welcome Lena, welcome Gloria, welcome each and everyone who's tuning in live as well as watching this in your free time. Welcome Fenin, and so it is over to you.
Yeah. So before we go on to the good news that we wanted to announce, let us just look at what's happening in the case of Chava. Okay. Now, apparently, this man is going to come now as Lord Parshuram. Look at the way they are, using our Sanatana Dharma. Now, apparently, now Chava, they say, enters the 400 crore club, and people on Twitter are saying a film like Chava is a true, is it true history? Now, Devendra Fadnavis was roped in, and he and his team. When I mean team, I'm talking about Shinde and also Pawar. They were all roped in to watch the movie. And what Devendra Fadnavis said is, very beautiful movie has been made. Our colleague, Minister Aditi Tatkare, has organized the screening today for all MLAs and MLCs. Those who wrote history did a lot of injustice to Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, but through this movie, his valor, bravery, cleverness, intelligence, knowledge, all these aspects of his life are coming in front of the public. And the way Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj continuously protected Swarajya after Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, his sacrifices coming in front of the people through this. I would like to congratulate the producers of this film and the entire team. So what I'd like to say is, friends, is that welcome Divya, and also welcome Vishali, Har Har Mahadev and Pursat, and yes, Boycott Bollywood and Justice for Sushant Singh stands, Fenan. And thank you so much, Vishali and Divya, for joining. Now, friends, I want to ask you something, and you must, give me an honest answer, even in your chat. Just give me an honest answer. It looks like, the public have been educated about Shivaji Maharaj only by Vicky Kaushal, the Vicky Kaushal movie. This is what the politicians are telling us. And everybody is getting angry with Aurangzeb. So Akshay Kumar is also getting the attention that he deserves because he is the villain in that. So do you see something rather dicey in this? Why I'm asking you is, now look at this photograph. Let me just show you this. Jerry, can you show this? Yeah. Now this man, his name is Chinmay Mandlekar, and he's a renowned Indian actor, writer and producer, particularly celebrated for his portrayal of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in several Marathi films. And below are the, when I talk about the films that he has come in, where he has played Shivaji Maharaj, there's Farzand, which was in 2018, then Fateh Shikast in 2019, Pawan Khind in 2022, and Sher Shivraj in 20. Now, these films were a part of an ambitious 8-part series called Shivraj Ashtak, chronicling different episodes from the life of Shivaji Maharaj. Now, Chinmay has portrayed the Maratha king in all the released films of this series. However, following online trolling regarding his personal life, specifically the naming of his son Jahangir, he announced in 2024 that he would no longer take up the role of Shivaji Maharaj, potentially affecting his participation in the remaining films of this series. Now, my question to you folks is that, has Fadnavis, who is a Marathi speaking individual, ever spoken about this series? Has he ever spoken about this person who has acted in these films? We're talking about Chinmay Mandlekar. And if you look at the pictures, let's go to the pictures. So you see him here, and then you also see this. You see him as a rather powerful, person. Okay. So my question is that, how come, Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar and, Fadnavis did not spew such honeyed words for this actor and producer. We're talking about Chinmay Mandlekar. Why only this has been restricted to Vicky Kaushal's shower, which means that they politicians and Bollywood are like bread and butter. Okay, so whatever Bollywood says, please do, they will do. They will go down on their knees and do. This is something that we have noticed. Even Prime Minister Modi said this is the best movie. You remember what happened in the case of Ekta Kapoor and the Sabarmati Express. You know how idiotically Ekta Kapoor said that. See, I am going to tell you a story that nobody has ever known. Madam, everybody knows about what happened in the Sabarmati Express. And what you have said through your movie is bullshit, is all I can say. Right? So now, in the similar way, Shava, everybody is saying that this is the only movie that is telling you history and it is the complete truth, and it has joined the 400 million club. So you understand this has set the base for the perfect, situation created as in Jawan and Pathan. You know where this is leading. I don't have to tell you. We've been discussing this long time before also. Where by telling you that the theaters are full, everybody is enjoying Chava and there is no, voice that is speaking against the movie. So which means that everybody has been bought or silenced, including someone like Jaipur Dialogues, who prides himself on being the right winger who supports all these causes. Now he is saying, "Arey, look at Aurangzeb, look at the background, look at the history. Everybody, including Chindema, Fadnavis is also gone for it." Now you see how right wingers are also being bought by the ball. So this is a situation where, as in Jaydev also earlier mentioned, is that this is reverse psychology. They're trying to woo you back into seeing Bollywood movies. In fact, there was one tweet which very specifically, and please listen to this very carefully. One tweet has said, "Now after this movie Chava, everybody is going to watch more of Vicky Kaushal and Akshay Kumar movies. Their golden era is going to restart." So you understand what Fadnavis and his gang and all these people are playing and whose tune they are playing. They are playing to the tunes of Bollywood and they are selling their souls for it. Okay, we are not people who are going to buy that. Okay, if we want to see a movie, we will go and see it. Please do not push us to see the movie and don't think your reviews are going to matter to us. You may say even the sun is coming down, we are not going to believe it. Right? That's how much we have faith in in words that politicians say. They think that the politicians, if they say something, it is an endorsement. Bollywood, this is not an endorsement. Let me tell you very frankly, because y'all at every opportunity y'all are sitting and taking photographs together. In this, let me tell you, I agree with Jayamati. Okay, the Thaliwali Mami said one sentence. She said, "Given the chance," she said this in the in the Rajya Sabha, is that given the chance, you will all sit and pose with these film actors, but you won't give them any power. So at least that was one truth that came out of this lady's mouth. Yes,
Yeah, so my question is, like you rightly said, why this Marathi film based on the life of Shivaji Maharaj was not aggressively promoted by right-wing YouTubers, as well as
and that too, it's a Marathi series. You imagine,
as well as the BJP, people, and the Marathi and the Maharashtra Shiv Sena. So it is quite obvious that there is vested interest as far as Bollywood and Shivaji is concerned, and they are trying their level best to bring Bollywood out of the crisis. So now, friends, welcome. Friends.
Yeah. So before we do that, Jaydev, let's just take very beautiful comments coming from all our viewers. So Lena says, South Indian film actors should make movies on our freedom fighters, boycott Bollywood. I think Bollywood is left with no other subjects except about our history, says Divya. Prasad says, Minaji, now Bollywood is desperate to bring public to watch their movies by choosing Hindu religion or historical subjects. However,
Yes.
they don't have the talent. And Leena says CM has never spoken for SSR either. Looks like CM does not want SSR to get justice. Fennel says, yeah, big joke of history broken by Bollywood. Now Vicky Kaushal and Chinmay will teach us history. Is our audience ready for this crap? And Vishali, very beautiful comments and very, very targeted. Just before the movie has been released, there was podcast in Beer Biceps about Shivaji Maharaj. Is there a connection about the whole glorifying
Quite
the
obvious,
Bollywood
Vishali.
again? Bollywood and Maharashtrian BJP. Excellent point. And this is
Very good
actually,
observation.
yeah, what summarizes what is happening. She has put that brilliantly in this, comment. So she said, let me just continue that. She said, Bollywood and Maharashtrian BJP go hand in hand. Even Pratik Borade praised Bollywood. Yes, very well said, Vishali. Yes, rightly said, Pusak. They are so desperate to pull the public back to cinemas in the name of Hindu religion. Why only Hindu is what Fennel is saying. And when should SSR justice going to happen? We saw even Mahakumbh happening in our lifetime, not his justice. Well said. And Gloria says they wanted us to even watch Adi Purush. Remember, Fadnavis gave his best wishes to the film. And you know what irritated me, Gloria, was Ekta Kapoor telling us like we are some KG kids. Are you don't know anything about what happened in Sabarmati Express. I am going to tell you through the film. So not only did she tell me, she caught the hands of all Prime Minister and all the ministers and took them to the theatre. That is her power. Okay. Now I'm going to the next question. Next comment. Gloria says, and was Adi Purush to be praised? Absolutely. Welcome, Vinny. Very nice comments coming from you. Violet says, even if you watch the OTT contents these days, after Bollywood entered it, it's only about sexual drug peddling, money laundering, violence, and all this. Absolutely. Well said. Yeah. Back to you, Jen.
So, friends, it's a bit of a good news if you should say that now Samir Wankhede, the latest news is that Central Administrative Tribunal, the CAT, has set aside an order that the transferred IRS officer Samir Wankhede, who arrested Aryan Khan in a drugs case while serving in the NCB. He was transferred from Mumbai to Chennai, if you remember. Wankhede was transferred on 2022 from his posting at the Directorate General of the Analytical Risk Management, the DGARM, in Mumbai to Directorate General of Taxpayers Services, DGTS, in Chennai, following which the officer challenged the transfer order alleging bias. So the latest is that the bench observed that the officer had been loaned out to agencies during his tenure when he had worked outside the city, had a good service record, and had consistently received good rankings from his seniors. The bench then quashed the order that transferred him to Chennai, meaning he would return to his posting at the DGARM in Mumbai. So the DGARM is the Directorate General of Taxpayers Services in Mumbai. So he's back to Mumbai in this particular post, even though it is not the NCB, but it's a very big moral win for Samir Wankhede because in terms of ego, as far as SRK is concerned, SRK was very glad to see him transferred from Mumbai to Chennai because of what happened to his son. And now, Samir Wankhede is finally back to Mumbai from Chennai.
So,
So
friends,
that is a huge morale win.
yeah, yeah. So, friends, SSR is working overtime also, I would say. And, also the fact that Wankhede alleged that his transfer to Chennai was an offshoot of allegations made against him during his tenure at the NCB. He further said that the NCB special inquiry team set up a probe. The allegations had not given him the opportunity to defend himself, a fact upheld by the higher courts. Okay, and during the hearing, the government submitted that the 2008 batch IRS officer had been posted only in Mumbai since he was in service and had never worked outside Mumbai, and that there have been allegations of illegal activities against him. The bench, however, observed that the officer had been loaned out to agencies during his tenure when he had worked outside the city, and he had a good service record and had consistently received good ratings from his seniors. The bench then quashed the order that transferred him to Chennai, meaning he would return to his post at the DGARM in Mumbai. So now, one thing is very clear, that Samir Wankhede's patience has paid. He kept quiet all the time when these people attacked him like vultures. And it was not only the people who were, from the politicians, but it was Bollywood, and it was everybody trying to get their pound of flesh from Samir Wankhede, and not only from him, but also his wife and his complete family. And please understand that this is, during this time in NCB, two of the top officers were exposed for, also for corruption. But did that make news? No, it did not. The only news that they showed was a righteous officer like Samir Wankhede, being maligned in this manner, whereas two very top officers of NCB, who we were seeing in television, mainstream media, almost day in and day out, they were the ones who were the most corrupt, but that story did not come out in mainstream media. So this is the truth. And I'm so glad for Samir Wankhede. In fact, I checked with him, because before carrying this news, I wanted to make sure that this is the truth, because we do not know in today's age whether the news is true or not. So yes, he said, yes, it is true. So I congratulated him, and I said that, see, this is the best news we are hearing after a very, very long time. And I'm sure more things will come, because especially because yesterday Republic also said that, they showed that this person who has sent the PIL, is after, Aditya Thackeray. And he says that he has proof and he has got witnesses who's going to speak about this. So let us see whether this is going to be a bogus thing or not. Yeah, back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, so it's a big win for Samir Wankhede indeed, because the kind of torment he had to undergo, especially when the likes of Nawab Malik and the Thackerays were in power, his whole family was under threat, and they were getting a lot of harassment continuously. When he was the NCB officer, and as we know, what happened inside the NCB as well. We all know the story. And now, he is back in Mumbai after a very long time. He served in Chennai, and this is a huge win. And especially, when you talk about SRK, he is one of the biggest, Bollywood actors in India, and he's a very powerful person. And so it's a huge moral victory. And let us see how, if at all, in the near future, some big things happen. We will have to wait and see.
Yeah, also, Jaydev, one thing very important is that we kept repeating to you when all of us were down. We kept repeating that, see, if the court in on earth does not function, there is a court above that is making decisions very fast. It's Kali, where these people will get what they have to, what they deserve. And this is an example, because I was just a few days back, I was just saying that, Jaydev, see something, I hope something moves in the SSR case. And we were just discussing that. And then I said, somehow I feel that SSR is going to act again, and I see this as definitely this is a sign from SSR that more things are going to come out. And all these murderers who are hand in glove, with each other, who are sleeping with each other, are going to be exposed in a very, very big way. So I think this is a huge victory, not only for Samir Wankhede and his family, but also for us who have been supporting Samir all through. You remember the number of interviews we have done with Samir Wankhede, and where he has spoken his mind. He's not he's not the kind of person who is, who runs away from things. He follows the rules to the T. Even he would not discuss the case because he didn't want to break the rules. So with such a person, no, a corrupt person can ever win. And this is indeed a victory for Samir Wankhede, his family, the SSRians, all of them who have been supporting Samir and SSR. So let us just take a few more comments. So Divya says we need more officers like Wankhede, sir, to put corruption at bay. And Violet says finally some justice happening, not by the government, but by God, I guess. Karma paying back, yes. And was Samir Wankade's transfer done deliberately or he asked for it? There seems to be some hanky-panky, Vinny, I feel. And I also hope and praise SSR gets justice. Violet says Bollywood does make movie by Singham but wants only corrupt officers in real life. That is the irony of these, crap Bollywood movies. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, friends, and so all of you know that Modi ji, he was, recently seen at the new, Reliance Ambani project. And Narendra Modi ji visited the Wildlife Rescue and Rehabilitation Center in Gujarat, and he shared his experience of finding an elephant who was the victim of an acid attack. And so he went to the Vantara, and so at Vantara, he took some photos with the animals and the whole Ambani family. And guess who applauded Modi ji's visit to this particular place is none other than SRK, saying that it's a very great move by the Prime Minister to visit this place. And also a lot of Bollywood celebrities, the so-called people, praised this particular move. So one thing is for certain, that even in the case of SRK and other Bollywood people, if you remember, before Modi ji was elected as Prime Minister back in 2014, uh, all these people did not want Modi ji to become the Prime Minister, right? Many of them said that they will leave the country, right? And now you can see how they know that Rahul Gandhi and the Congress and the dot dot alliance is in complete shambles. And now they know that there's no other option but to please various BJP ministers, and make many biopics
In
and
fact,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah. In fact, the latest news is that now Sadhguru has visited the Vantara. So what is happening, friends, is that uh, the people who are behind all these things, they think that an endorsement from Modi ji, which is Prime Minister, and religious figures like Sadhguru is enough for them to push their agenda, whether it's films or whatever, you know. And Fennel says, yes, I saw the video of Modi ji. Shah Rukh Khan is on another level, only praising Ambani and PM Modi for Vantara project. He wants to be in the limelight everywhere. No, here I would say, Fennel, that there's something more to it, because Shah Rukh Khan is no longer an actor. I would say he's a businessman, and he's doing big business with Ambani's. So there is something more to it. And if he is patting baby Ambani on the back, then it means that he is trying to woo Anand Ambani and tell him that, see, please consider me when business comes, into the scene. So this is very clearly,
So
this is all
SRK is
business
purely
connected.
in and out businessman. So he
Yeah,
wants a lot
yes,
of
he wants to
funding.
save his son. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And also, friends, earlier I had a friend who was, a very big, activist for elephants. And he said that a lot of elephants from the Kerala temples have been moved to the Ambani Vantara, you know, because they were planning to start this. And now I hear that other animals have also been taken from various places and put in Vantara. As long as they run this thing as a humane, project, keeping the animals in mind and making sure that they're well fed and well treated, the project is good. But if there's something more to it, we really don't know. When is Shah Rukh Salman entering politics? Because no more career left in Bollywood for them, says Violet. Absolutely. Very well said. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
But Salman Khan has got a new idea. He has cast Rashmika Mandana in his latest film, and a song has released, and he thinks that he can get the success of Pushpa 2 in his film. So that is the tactics now being implemented by these people. So now coming to the next
Oh, yeah,
piece.
before that, I'd just like to give a small piece of news, Jaydev. Apparently, a lady called Namita Thapar, now she says that weight loss producers are being injected at kitty parties. after Shark Tank Indian founders claim their pills help in waist size reduction. Now, this report has come in the Indian Express. Now, Shark Tank India saw a business selling beauty and slimming supplements, and they got an offer from three sharks. Now, Shark Tank India, which is currently streaming in Sony, recently saw a sibling duo from Delhi who presented their company making supplements for skin, hair, and body. Now, the founders said that apart from skin and hair care pills, they're also entering the slimming solutions market. Now, Shreyansh Chauhan and Anusha Chauhan presented their company called BeautyWise as they sought an investment of rupees 1 crore from sharks in exchange for 1.5% of the company valued at rupees 66.67 crores. Now, the founders were asked about their slimming solution pills, and Namita Thapa said that she had a huge problem with how they were pitching their product. She then said that the ingredients mentioned on the label are used by diabetics, but now the weight loss fad has increased so much that people are getting injected by such products at kitty parties. She said that this can be excessively harmful to one's body. The founders claim that they have done 6 clinical trials with 60 patients and have recorded weight loss of around 1.4 kilos and a reduction in waist size. But Namita wasn't impressed, and she found that the sample size was too small. The trials were not conducted in India. She eventually got out of the negotiation as she learned that the products are being primarily sold at skin clinics and they were getting a huge cut of the sale. Vinita Singh also got out of the deal as she realized that they were spending a lot on marketing. Now you will see that a lot of these kind of people have entered this particular program, and many of them say that they are just lifting Chinese products off the shelf from China and promoting it as Make in India. So there's a lot of hanky panky happening in this program and the kind of people who are coming. Rashmika replaced Alia. Now, Alia used to be everywhere by hook and crook. And Fennel says, now I feel only Raju Hirani can help Bollywood to stand on its feet by making a sequel of Three Idiots. That is Amir, Shah Rukh and Salman. What? So that's a funny one coming from Fennel. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so Ranveer Alabadia is back with his content ever since Supreme Court allowed him to make videos after he was said not to make videos because of the controversy. So now that he's allowed to make videos, provided that the videos are quite decent and not infringing on certain vulgarity or whatever, the Supreme Court has given him certain conditions. So now what has happened is
also Jaidev, there is some latest news. The latest news is that these 3 people have appeared in front of the NCW, the National Commission for Women, regarding offensive comments made by Samir Raina's, in Samir Raina's program. The show's producers Saurabh Bothra and Tushar Pujari, along with legal representatives of comedian Jaspreet Singh and YouTuber Ashish Chanchlani, attended the hearing, and these people were also there. Ranveer and Apurva Makhija were also there. Each person appeared separately before the commission, with Alabadi and Makhija facing extensive questioning. The commission has taken serious note of the vulgar and offensive remarks made by Alabadia, Makhija, Raina, Jaspreet Singh and Ashish Chanchlani during the program, leading to the summons along with Pujari and Bothra. Multiple police complaints were registered against him, known professionally as Beer Biceps. They have, attacked him for his comments on incest and sex. The Supreme Court, while describing his comments as vulgar and noting his dirty mind that brought disgrace to society, has provided him temporary protection from arrest regarding the statements on the program. Back to you.
Yeah, so like I said, that the brands have become very concerned, especially after this whole controversy, and the brand deals which this person Ranveer usually gets. Now the brand themselves, they said that there'll be a huge drop in the rates which they can offer these so-called influencers. So the rate drop can be as big as maybe 50% from what they used to agree with these influencers. So that will take a huge hit in the revenue which these huge creators like Ranveer, they get usually. So this shows that the brand value of Ranveer, Alabadia, and all the other YouTubers, they have gone down significantly, even when they, even from the brands themselves which support them. So now
Yeah.
you can see how such a cascading effect is taking place, and also we will have to wait and see whether the subscribers which Ranveer Alabadia has, will they see all his videos, and will that impact his viewership? So that is remains to be seen. Yes.
Vishali says in Ayurveda we have different body types. Why should people go crazy about body sizes? And Ayana says this guy was promoted by the BJP. A lot of the BJP people appeared on the show, so you may have a point there. People will boycott all the three Khans. The damage is done by these Khans. They find India unsafe. And SSR, these actors are all to be boycotted. And Fennel says, Minaji, my intuition tells me that Ranveer will release his podcast or do something different on the coming Women's Day, probably. I don't know. Yeah. So let us wait and watch what he will come, bring out of his hat. And Ganesh said recently, Nilesh has given some information on what's going on in the court. And yes, we did speak about that as well. So, these people keep on speaking, but nothing is happening. So let something happen, then we can believe this guy. They were about to change the mood in the internet. People criticized, started to talk about freedom of speech. Yes, absolutely. So with this, we end this show. You'll see you tomorrow with a lot more news. Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.